Welcome everybody, and today we are going to be taking the 33 hot rod that we just finished and we're going to be popping it in the trailer and we're going to be taking it to Scottsdale, Arizona for the Good Guys car show. Now, as you can see, it's been raining, super dark clouds. It's been pretty much raining all day, and so we just found a little spot window to where we can get this car out here without it being rained on. We're going to try to get this up in the trailer, and then tomorrow morning at an early 5 a.m. we're going to hop in the car and take this thing all the way up to Scottsdale, way up there, and get it to its first major car show. All right, so we got our car in the trailer, all cinched down, ready to go. Got our wheel well back in place and ready to get this thing going. All right, so we're here up in Scottsdale, and unfortunately it rained it's a 3-day event, and it rained Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday it's not raining, but it seems like everybody kind of canceled out, so probably only 20% of the people showed up to this show. It's supposed to be something like 1,300 cars, and we're not seeing much of that. So a little bit disappointing, but I wanted to show you a few of the highlights of cars that were here, including this bizarre boat car. And, you know, trailering the car up was kind of an experience. You know, I kind of felt like I was white knuckling it most of the time, taking it up to Phoenix. Between Phoenix and Tucson, it can get a little windy, but that wasn't really the issue as much as anything over the size of a sedan would cause the trailer to, you know, move a little bit. Didn't make it oscillate, but it would just move once and go back. So that was kind of a little bit shocking to me that that small of a car would cause that. Beautiful.
So in '68 they went to have the half side mark. No lights on the side on these.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
'68 they have the side mark. Upper.
Yeah, I brought it in.
Well, the exhaust through it like that.
Yep. Yeah, and these used to be a pretty high vehicle too.
Yeah.
Drop that down. That's nice.
And the Blazer's a '91. It's a K5.
We do have some really nice SUVs that were just really, really exquisite. That's the best word I could say. Just super nice. And so we're going to show you a few of those. But as you can see, the parking lot is pretty empty. And most of the show is actually supposed to be on a grass lot, which is about the size of a football field. I think they use it for polo. And that was just barren. I mean, there was nothing on the grass at all except for like, I don't know, 15 cars or something. And luckily I didn't have to bring my car on the grass because it was a little bit wet and probably a little bit muddy. So here we are in the grass, and you can see it's supposed to be loaded literally with probably 1,100 cars, and there's not much here. However, I found the most interesting custom vehicle, and that was this VW Bug that was just a very unique design. I'm not a VW Bug, fan of VW Bugs myself. However, this was just really well done and worth seeing the craftsmanship that went into this unit. The paint, the suspension, I believe there's like a drive shaft going through the center of the vehicle that's exposed. Just exhaust, you know, everything about this car was just very different and really came together. So one of the other things I was a little bit disappointed about is when you sign up with these shows, you know, they give you this little tiny flyer, has a few little comments on it, and that's it. Then you go to the website and you're looking for more in-depth information, and then they don't really have it. And then you talk to people and they tell you a few things, but they don't really tell you everything. So I show up to the show because they said they're not handing out awards until Sunday. It's like, great, you know, so I go to Sunday. That means they're still judging. And then you get there and they're like, oh, well, we did all the judging yesterday and we're just handing out the awards today. And it's like, well, you could have been explicit about that. Yeah. And so it's just kind of funny when it comes to all this stuff. They just expect you to know. It's kind of like cell phones and technology today, like open up an app. There's no directions or anything. They just expect you to know how to use it. You know, and it's like, well, maybe the young kids do, but us old timers now, even though I'm a technological, you know, guy, built tons of computers and all that stuff, give me a phone, I have a hard time navigating. One, because I'm visual, but two, there's no instructions in any of this stuff. So I'm just really learning the ropes with these car shows because nothing's explicit, nothing's stated in their you know, bylaws or whatever you want to call it, instructions for being a contestant. So you know, it's kind of a bummer. I enjoyed the process of bringing the car up there and going through the whole trailering and everything on a long distance trip and getting it ready for the show. But the show itself is kind of disappointing, even though I've been to them before and they were amazing. So it was kind of a bummer. And but we're going to keep moving forward. I got a interview with a fabricator to work on my windows. We're going to see what that kind of fleshes out to be, and also the clear bra that I'm putting on my rear fenders. That's actually happening soon, so we're going to work on that stuff and keep up to date. Meanwhile, I'm kind of planning my attack on the van. I've been kind of reaching out to other YouTubers. However, no emails ever come back, so that's been a little bit disappointing, feeling like you're part of a family of creators and stuff like that, and no one could respond. You know, at least say no. At least say, I don't have time to talk to you. But, you know, I don't know what the deal is, so it is what it is, but I'm doing my best to kind of figure out the plan attack of how I want to move forward with the channel since I've met my goal of what I originally wanted to do. And so kind of go from there, see what happens, and I'll keep you in on what's going on. Until next time, have a great day.